Okay. Welcome to episode 2 of the JenniShow. This week we've got a lot of equally mundane but still interesting things in mind. At least that's what you guys told me in all the email I got. So anyway, we also have a visitor this time. We have my friend Carla from CyberLove. If you haven't checked out CyberLove, if you go to the JenniShow page, right at the top it says The Sync. Click there and you'll see a link to CyberLove, and Carla's on it every 2 weeks, and you should definitely check it out because that's where they found me and I found them, and it's very.
We had Jenny on, and you can see a lot of pretty run-of-the-mill questions that we asked her. Why do you do this? Do you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, but they did lots of episodes without me, too. But the funny thing is, in the episode that they did with me, they actually somehow convinced me to say, in answer to a question, that Jenny wants to get laid. So if you always wanted to hear me say that, if it's your big dream, there it is.
Separating that out as a little sound clip. Jenny wants to get laid.
Somebody did, actually. Somebody emailed me, Jenny wants to get laid. So I should put that as my alert sound on my computer. But anyway, first, I wanted to start off, since it's immediately post-Christmas, I wanted to show you all the gifts I got, since I got lots of really great stuff from people. So I have, by the way, this outfit, in case you hadn't noticed the outfit, I think maybe you have, in case you didn't notice the outfit, this is for all those people who asked me to do a show in the shower, or a show cleaning my house naked, or a show of me doing strip teases. You're not going to get it. This is as good as it's getting, and if you'd like, I can try to come up with a different kinky outfit every 2 weeks, but I think we're going to run out pretty fast. So
people can send in outfits.
Yeah, send in a kinky outfit for me to wear, okay? We want to keep the nipples covered, all the iffy parts, we'll cover those, but hey, send in a cool outfit and keep Jenny in.
I look extremely conservative next to you.
That's right.
Can we show the extent of the laces here?
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the boots I actually got in D.C. The top I got in Amsterdam. The skirt I got in Amsterdam. I know, I love it. I haven't actually had a chance to wear it out anywhere. So this is my first public appearance in this top. So this is for all the people who want me to be naked. This is what you're getting, and suffer, suck up and deal. Okay, so Christmas presents. From my parents, I got 2 big trees. One of them is right behind you. But you don't have to look at it because it's not very interesting. It's just a big ficus. I got 2 of those. They're actually getting me 2 more because I like them so much and because they were relatively cheap. And my parents also got me steak knives, which is odd because I'm vegan, so I guess I'll just use them to cut my produce. And my grandparents got me a picture by Ann Geddes of two little babies dressed up like hedgehogs. Very cute.
Aww.
Aren't they adorable? I love them. But that goes in my bedroom. Okay.
Can we skip ahead to the most exciting one?
You want to skip ahead? You have to keep people interested until the most exciting one.
Okay, there is a most exciting one.
There is definitely a most exciting one here. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, my friend Josh got me a silk bathrobe. It's quite lovely. It's kind of long for my taste, but, who am I to judge? So it's really lovely. My boyfriend got me beeswax candles, a little handmade perfume bottle. I filled it with my own perfume. Oh. And he got me a Gustav Klimt print that is currently being framed and matted for a wildly exorbitant amount of money, but it's going to be gorgeous, so oh well. A fan whose name I can't remember offhand, I think Scott, if that's not it, please forgive me, sent me a little stuffed Pooh Bear, like a beanbag Pooh Bear. And the channel Jenny Cam from IRC, love you guys, sent me a little Winnie the Pooh holding a scroll that says Merry Christmas from Pound Jenny Cam. And this is great, I don't know if you can hear this, but you wind him up and he plays We Wish You a Merry Christmas. The cutest little thing. We'll put him right there too. He can co-host. And a friend got me some Bailey's Irish Cream. Love this stuff. Somebody sent me Eve Dahlgren CDs. They're really cool. She's a combination of Sarah McLachlan, Cyndi Lauper, Fiona Apple. Kind of a little everything. But she sings in in some foreign language. I don't know, but it's really cool as long as you don't mind not knowing what she's saying. And okay, now for the coolest present. I didn't get a lot this year, so we're going through to the coolest present very quickly. I got a vibrator. Here, we'll even
an unsolicited vibrator.
An unsolicited vibrator, right? A friend got me a
and not
t-shirt.
From a sex partner. Well, I'm guessing.
No.
I'm guessing here.
No. Don't even know what the guy looks like. I have this nervous habit of squeezing it. It feels so funny.
It has veins.
It has veins. Yeah, it's flexible, which is frightening. It has testicles. Ooh. I don't even know why they do that. But it's waterproof too. That's apparently the cool thing about it, is it's waterproof. So if any time in the next few days you see me showing up on the JenniCam looking really pruny, you know whose fault it is now. Yeah, he sent me a t-shirt.
Oh, kitty off you.
Oh, by the way, I have a second kitty now, Pistachio. This is still the first one. This is Macadamia. Pistachio is kind of shy, not a real people thing at all. So we still just have him. But, so my friend sent me a t-shirt for my birthday, and in it he included 2 Good Vibrations catalogs and said, if you see anything you want for Christmas, just let me know. Well, I never got back to him about it, I was I think I have enough vibrators already. So randomly this package appeared in my mailbox for Christmas, so it's another one to add to the collection. I'd be so terrified if my cat, took an unnatural interest in that.
And he is.
Oh, God. My cats are gay, I think. The other day I walked into my bedroom and I saw Pistachio laying there with Macadamia. Pistachio was licking Macadamia's ear, really sweet. Oh, isn't that cute? And then he was licking Macadamia's foot. Oh, that's really sweet. Isn't that cute? I look over a few minutes later and he's licking Macadamia's butt. And Macadamia's just laying there going So, yeah, I think my cats are gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
They were just helping clean each other.
Maybe. That's kind of frightening, though. So anyway, that's it for Christmas. And if you send me a present, not that I'm begging or anything, but if you send me a present, I will be happy to feature it on the Jenny Show. So send me something really cool, okay? And then everybody will worship you for having sent me the cool thing.
So I have a list of questions that people have sent because of the Jenny Show.
Yeah.
And I figure I should go ahead and read them. And if you have any questions for Jenny to answer, just send them to Jennifer@nudist.org.
Yep.
Yeah.
So feature your question. Woo!
So someone wanted to know, what's the best thing that happened to you because of the JenniCam?
Well, the show's really cool. That's one thing. I guess just meeting lots of cool people. It's going to sound stupid, but meeting lots of really cool people. I've made lots of friends. I got to visit a friend when I was over in Holland. I got to spend a few nights with a friend, and just meeting people in lots of places that I would never get to have friends in otherwise. How was that for eloquent?
Well, how about this one might be a little bit more interesting. How about the worst thing that ever happened because of the cam?
Oh, no. Oh, this is pretty embarrassing. The Today Show came to interview me, and during the interview, she asked if there was anything embarrassing that ever went out over the camera that I was embarrassed about. So, I mentioned oh yeah, once it took a picture of me on the toilet in the bathroom, and she's taps her nose, she knew that in the year and a half, yeah, there's a picture of me picking my nose. So I was so embarrassed that this lady from the Today Show knew about that. So that was embarrassing. That wasn't the worst. The worst was probably last April, right after the 1-year anniversary of the JenniCam. It's pretty disappointing. But most of you probably already know my site was hacked into shortly after I received death threats. So, ooh. Yeah. I'd woken up in the morning. I had just gotten done doing a radio show in California and got on IRC to tell all my friends oh my God, did you hear? I was so excited. It was my first radio show. And immediately somebody sent me a private message saying, either you do so on and so forth, this special kind of extreme strip show, or I'm going to come there and cut you up. I'm going to bury you 6 feet under the ground in my sperm. Just the most hideous things. And I ignored it. I was thinking it was probably just, a couple of teenagers looking for a kick. So, I'm sorry, my nose really itches. I'm not And so, you know, it was like Mother's Day or something like that. So I went out to brunch with my parents and came back, you know, had completely forgotten about it. And suddenly I noticed the picture wasn't updating. Like I was watching the uploads and it had stopped. So I checked it out, called my friend on the phone, my friend who was administering it, and said, you know, what's up? I've noticed the pictures aren't uploading anymore. He says, okay, just hang on a second, let me check out the site. So he does. And immediately he says, oh my God. What? What is it? He just says, oh my God. Well, hello, tell me. He's like, just pull up your website. And I did, and on the page were a series of pictures of mutilated and dismembered female bodies. Like a woman who had been impaled on a stake, a woman who had had her face like shot open by like a shotgun, like things like that. Essentially like backing up the threat. So yeah, okay, so I spent like 3 days in my dorm room, like did not leave. Like I subsisted on crackers for 3 days.
Wow.
And ironically enough, found out that it was like a couple of 14-year-olds in Michigan who just thought it would be funny to see Jenny do this thing that they had requested me to do.
Wow.
So that's the worst. More interesting story.
There's been a lot of positive things out of it anyways.
Yeah, more good than bad.
That.
If it weren't, I wouldn't be doing the show anymore. I wouldn't be doing the cam.
So here's kind of a gift-related question. How often do you masturbate? I want to know.
Gift-related?
Well, it is related to that gift. And as if they don't know from watching the Jenny Cam.
Yeah, really. Oh, God. Once I got an email from somebody saying, last night I was watching and, you know, right before you sleep, you make this really funny tent in your bed with the covers. That's kind of cute. I was like, yeah, I'm making a tent. Right. So whenever you see the tent, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory, but this is actually like more information than any of you really need. But I finally figured out how to masturbate like last March. Like I tried, like believe me, I tried, but for some reason like nothing. Like I kind of gave up. So like last March, I finally figured it out, and I'm making up for lost time. I figure I'd probably masturbate like 5 or 6 times a week.
Actually, we had an entire show on masturbation on Cyberlove, and it's actually like the most popular show.
You're kidding.
People, I guess
they probably hope that people are masturbating on the show.
Well, people just don't feel very free to talk about it for some reason. Oh, I mean, because I guess it's cool. We're talking about this. It's cool to show off. You know, like I got laid last night, but it's really not cool to be like, ooh, I got myself off last night.
Well, that's like before last March, people would ask me like, so how often do you masturbate? And I'll be like, never, I just don't. And they'd be like, oh sure, you're just being a prude, you're just not answering. I'm like, no, really, I'm trying. So I actually feel better saying like 5 to 6 than saying 0. I feel really guilty, like I can't relate to anybody. So
the gift was good?
You know, Carla, this is going to sound pathetic, but I know that I'm going to get email asking about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Well, I know this sounds really pathetic. This probably sounds on the other end of pathetic, but like not that often. like maybe once a month.
Do you get laid regularly?
Yeah.
There you go. My boyfriend lives in Maine, you know, what am I going to do?
I guess when you live with your boyfriend, it kind of pops up your sex life a lot. A lot. But
see, so there you go.
So you have your answer. And please don't think of me with this prudish outfit sitting next to Jenny with her black
She didn't know I was going to wear this.
No, I would have worn something more exotic, and perhaps in the future I will if I'm asked to come ask questions again. Here's a good one. What's your favorite sexual fantasy?
Am I allowed to say that on the web?
We're allowed to say whatever you want.
Oh, actually, this is going to sound really stupid. But, like, my favorite thing is to, like, picture, like, imagine somebody, like, standing at the end of my bed watching me. I swear to God.
She gets that.
No, like an actual guy, like
an actual
standing there
person.
watching. Yeah, and, like, he's watching me, like, get so excited that, like, you know, I can, like, see his pants, you know, forming and things like that, you know, it's just, yeah, okay. And usually it's my boyfriend. Joffrey, I hope you're not watching. Actually, I don't think he's watched the first one even, so I think I'm safe for at least another 2 weeks.
Have you noticed that how a lot of people in relationships, they don't think that it's okay to fantasize about other people while you're in that relationship? But, like, admittedly, like, everyone does when they're, you know, even if they've been married for, like, 50 years and they're, like, old and wrinkly, I'm sure they fantasize about other people in the retirement community, you know?
Fantasize about crafts instructor. Crafts guy. I won't like tell you any more fantasies because that's like the most normal of all of them. I mean, that's not like a weird one or anything. But they want to know, how tall is the tall redhead? Haha, yeah, especially since I say on the page it's the show with the tall redhead. Wearing these shoes, ooh, sorry about that. Wearing these shoes, I'm about 6'2". Without the shoes, I'm 5'9". So pretty tall.
And I'm significantly shorter. I'm being propped up by a pillow.
Yeah, we should point out that Carla is in fact sitting on a pillow.
Kind of like, you know, those ladies that aren't tall enough to like drive their own station wagon, so they have
sit on a phone book.
Yeah, kind of pathetic. But I'm quite proud of my height because my mom is 4'11", and I'm quite lucky to be 5'3".
Oh man, but I'm taller than both my parents, so I don't know how that happened.
Maybe tall grandparents.
No. Not unless my mother's father was really tall, and I don't think so. I think I'm just a mutant. There we go.
So they want to also know, why do you sleep so late? Like, I don't think that's really weird, but I'm sure that people who like come into work at like 8 o'clock in the morning must be like, why is she still asleep?
This is my hugest pet peeve, biggest pet peeve. We're answering 2 questions at once. I go to bed at like typically 4 o'clock at night, between 3 and 5 sometime. And every morning at 3 o'clock, people are going to be saying, my God, girl, what are you doing still awake? Why aren't you in bed yet? But by the same token, to get 8 hours of sleep, I sleep till noon. So by 11 o'clock, people are going to be saying, my God, girl, what are you doing still in bed? So I get no more sleep than anybody else. In fact, a lot of mornings I'll get a phone call or my cats will wake me up by like 10 o'clock and I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So I swear to God, I'm not sleeping any more than you. I'm just sleeping shifted a few hours. It's all good.
I could never shift to that normal, like, 9 to 5 sleep schedule. Like, I would always come into work, like, with red eyes and, like, falling asleep in the bathroom and stuff like that. I just could not get used to it.
But you know what the nice thing is about sleeping so late is that people will stop calling you on the phone at around, like, 10:30 at night. So from then until I go to sleep, I'm really productive. Whereas if I were awake during the normal hours, I would have people calling me, I would have, you know, people wanting to meet me for lunch, things like that, and just never get any work done. So by sleeping later, people don't bother me. I get work done. So much nicer.
Yeah, those lunch meetings are always kind of weird because they end up kind of being breakfast for people like us.
Yeah.
And it's kind of yucky to have like a big like steak sub for breakfast. Or like French fries for breakfast.
Yeah.
Kind of yucky. But which famous person would you like to meet the most for a day?
Ooh. Well, it depends on if I'm meeting them for purposes intellectual or otherwise.
Well, how about intellectual one and then otherwise is a separate one?
Intellectual purposes, maybe Celine Dion. I think she's just awesome. Like, not that I think, you know, she and I would talk about nuclear physics or anything, but she just seems like a really cool person and would be fun to hang out with. And for purposes otherwise, James Spader. Oh, he is. Oh, if you could see my video rack, you'd see that I have like a special extended version of Stargate with like a special CD-ROM and everything. He's my babe. I like to call him the thinking woman's Fabio. Fabio. Fabio's nasty, but
I don't know. I'm not really that familiar with Fabio, but Fabio has like the big muscles, like the
with the long hair.
Muscles.
He has really long bleached hair.
I hate to say this, but those huge muscles on guys like don't appeal to me. I mean, like good muscles are cool, but like the like overdone, huge.
You know they're compensating for something too when they do that. You just know.
Because you have to spend like hours a day at the gym to achieve that.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that if a guy's going to be like that hypercritical about his own body, like what's he going to think of me?
Yeah, really.
Oh God. Like I do yoga for half an hour each day. Like that's my contribution to my body.
Like I make it to the gym about once a week. But they want to know, what is your favorite fetish?
There we go. I don't know. There was once a couple of pictures ended up going out on the web of my boyfriend preparing to like paddle me. So that rates right up there on the list too. I guess that's what you would call fetish. The outfit, I have lots of clothing much along these lines. So yeah, there we go.
So they also want to know, how can someone get on the show?
Be Carla.
No, well, you've gotten a lot of requests to be on the cam.
I get scary requests to be on the cam. People asking if they can sleep with me to get on the cam, or if they and their wife can come have sex on my bed and like have it go to the web. Lots and lots of stuff like that. But to be on the Jenny Show, I don't know, maybe in like February or something, I'll have to have another JenniCon, and I'll like invite everybody who seems remotely normal to come, and it'll be like a Jenny Show episode. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
So
it'd be really cool to interview a bunch of your fans.
Yeah. So don't start writing in just yet, but there'll be like a call for fans sometime soon to come be on the show. That would be
sort of like a Star Trek convention. Everyone will have to dress up as Jenny.
Oh God. Yeah, you even have to wear the boots too. Boots are necessary.
And the sick thing is, like with those Star Trek conventions, people really get elaborate.
Yeah.
So we'll be asking the same here.
Ooh. Okay. Woohoo.
But yeah, so we're kind of thinking maybe we're going to go like on a grocery shopping trip with Jenny sometime, maybe.
Good, because I'm like running really low on groceries too. So like 2 weeks from now, I'll be needing more.
I don't know. And some of you wrote in asking for a tour of DC with Jenny.
So I don't know if it's possible to do that.
Yeah, well, we can manage
to like visit my favorite Chinese restaurant and like visit my favorite. I actually have like 2 favorite homeless people, which is frightening, but they recognize me by name and I recognize them. You know, it's Otis and Marvin. They're very cool. So yeah, we could.
And you also got some shower requests.
I got lots of shower requests. No, I showered before the show. That's kind of the idea. So no shower. Just really good boots.
Maybe next time we'll interview you about your shower implements and like what types of showers you prefer. Bathing techniques and things.
Especially
like that.
since I like went on a special shopping trip just to get one of those shower head massager things. So another excuse for Jenny to be very pruny when she gets out of the shower. But
yeah,
just one last thing, just to like get the full effect. I'm gonna like stand up so you can see. If I can still stand up and so you can see the whole outfit. It's kind of dramatic. I'll turn around, but woo. So yeah, this is me dressed to the nines, I guess is the appropriate number.
And there's a club in DC called Track, so this is a very appropriate outfit to wear to that club.
Yeah, so like if anybody ever wants to go like on an excursion to Tracks, like let me know, because these outfits are still like have not left the apartment. So there we go.
Well, Happy New Year to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Happy New Year. And I hope you all had a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah, or are going to have a joyous Kwanzaa or a festive solstice or your holiday of choice.
Be well.